If a war between Taiwan and Iran began, it would shock the world. Not because these countries share borders, but because such a conflict would instantly pull global powers into tension. The first hours would not begin with soldiers on the ground. They would begin with signals, satellites, and silence. Iran's military command would likely activate its missile units immediately. Long-range ballistic and cruise missiles would be placed on high alert. Cyber units would attempt to disrupt communication systems, targeting radar networks and defense coordination. Taiwan, on the other hand, would enter full defensive mode. Air defense systems would light up across the island. Fighter jets would scramble within minutes. Taiwan's strategy has never been about attacking first. It has always been about surviving the first strike. If missiles were launched, Taiwan's advanced interception systems would try to neutralize them mid-air. Some would be stopped, some might not. Even limited impact would cause global panic, because Taiwan is the heart of the world's semiconductor supply. Markets would crash within hours. Iran would not rely only on missiles. Drones would be deployed to test defenses, overwhelm radar systems, and gather real-time intelligence. This is a strategy Iran has refined over decades, exhausting the enemy before direct confrontation. Taiwan's air force would now become critical. Modern fighter jets would focus on maintaining air superiority over the island. Control of the sky would mean survival. Without air dominance, Taiwan's defenses would weaken quickly. But geography changes everything. Taiwan is an island. Launching a full invasion would be extremely difficult for Iran. There is no direct land route. Any large-scale attack would require long-distance logistics, naval movement, and international airspace, all of which would be closely monitored. As the conflict escalates, the war would stop being just Taiwan versus Iran. The United States would increase its presence in the region. Naval fleets would move closer, not necessarily to fight, but to send a message. Japan would heighten alert levels. Intelligence sharing would intensify. Iran, facing pressure, would likely expand the battlefield indirectly. Proxy forces in other regions could become active. The goal would be to stretch global attention and create multiple pressure points. At this stage, the war would enter a dangerous phase. Not a war of conquest, but a war of endurance. Iran's strength lies in persistence, missile stockpiles, and asymmetric tactics. Taiwan's strength lies in technology, precision, and international backing. A decisive victory for either side would be unlikely. Instead, the world would see rising economic damage, diplomatic breakdowns, and growing fear of wider escalation. Every strike would risk pulling more nations into the conflict. In the end, the real question would not be who wins on the battlefield. The real question would be, how much damage can the world afford before the war is forced to stop? Because in a conflict like this, there are no true winners, only survivors